welcome to Bethan's Kitchen and Garden. I am Bethan and today I'm going to be sowing some carrots, planting out some leeks, planting out some spring onions and possibly potting up some potatoes. So let's just get on with doing it. So this is a bed that I'm going to sow my carrots into, and I'm also going to companion plant them with some leeks. And the thinking is that the leeks ward off the carrot fly and the carrots ward off the leek fly. So we'll just see how they get on. But these leeks are multi-sown, so I'll probably grow them on as baby leeks and harvest these at the same time as I'm harvesting the carrots. So I've got 3 boxes like this to plant out today, so I'll be planting different kinds of carrots in the different boxes. So I'm just putting my leeks in now. I hardened these off overnight really, that's all I've done. They've been in my greenhouse and my mini greenhouse around the front. So we'll keep an eye on them as the season goes on. And now I want to leave a fairly sort of biggish square really to allow the leeks to grow. And then I'm just doing some little indents for where I'm going to sow my carrots, and roughly I'm doing them about 5 centimeters apart, and I shall be sowing 3 carrot seeds per station. I've made all the holes now, so I'm ready to plant them. The first one I'm going to plant is Carrot Atomic Red. So I'm going to plant all these ones with the Atomic Red. Then the next box I'm going to plant with the Amsterdam Forcing, and the next box with the Early Nance. But I'll probably only show you this one because I'm going to be doing the same thing just with a different variety of carrots. So these ones are the Atomic Red. Now they are quite small carrot seeds, and you kind of want to do this on a non-windy day. So I'm just gonna plant, or sow. I always say plant and I mean sow, and then when I'm planting out I always say sow. Never mind. 3 per station. Right, well, you get the idea. So I'll carry on with these now, and I'll show you what I'm going to do after I've got them all in their place. All the stations are sown. I've just got a tiny little bit of seed left, so if I've got some pots free, I'll pop some in pots a bit later on. I'm just going to pinch over the soil now to cover the seed, and then I shall give it all a thorough water. I did water this before I sowed these seeds as well, so the seeds are coming into wet soil or compost. Well, that's 1 bed down, 2 more to go. So I'll go and get on with doing those 2, and then I'll come back to you and I'll show you what's next. I'm over on my neighbour's plot now, and I'm going to sow some spring onions, multi-sown spring onions, to fill some of the gaps where my overwintering onions didn't quite make it. And I've also got some radish. I've got two different kinds of radish, and then the beetroot, but the beetroot will grow on for a bit longer before I plant that out. But the radish I can plant where my spring onions didn't make it. So I know I'm planting spring onions not where my old spring onions were, which maybe doesn't make sense, but it makes a bit of sense to me, because where the spring onions haven't made it, the ground is more of a block, that when the radish come out in a couple of months, well, in a month, then I can probably put the leeks in. Whereas if I put the leeks in where my onions haven't made it, they're a bit sporadic, so I'll have a little bit of leek here and there, and it'll be a waste of space when the onions come out and I'm left with all these sort of random leeks everywhere. That was a bit of a long explanation, wasn't it? Right, let's get on and do these spring onions and radish. Popping in some bloodfish and bone just to give a bit of extra nutrient. It might look quite dry, but underneath it the ground is quite wet. These clumps are quite, there is some moisture in them, which is good. So that's all the radishes in place now, and just up a bit there's the spring onions I planted this morning. So I'll just cover this bed back over, and I guess we'll go and find something else to do, which will probably be planting some first early potatoes. I thought I'd just show you how my potatoes are looking now, because the last time you saw them they had all those white shoots on them. So I took the white shoots off. These are the jazzy ones, which were the worst white shoot ones of all, and they have grown a new shoot, so they can go in the ground. I'm just not sure how good the energy is left in the potato, but we'll see how good it is. And they're all sort of looking much better now. Got good shoots on them. There's the Sapomira. These are Oca. Those are Jazzy. Got two Maris Piper here. I've got some pink fir there. Some of these pink fir are not looking too great either, so I might just plant quite a few of these smallish ones in a pot, see how we get on with them. And those are Caesar. And then these, I've put Charlotte, but I remembered they're not Charlotte, they're Aran Pilot. And these are what I'm going to plant today. Oh, and this is my seed potato for Digwell Green Fingers' seed challenge, single seed potato challenge. Oh, and over here I have put some seeds to chip this morning. So I've got my parsnips, my dwarf French beans, my climbing beans. This is another parsnip here because I was sent a free variety of parsnip, and my sweet corn. Anyway, let's get on with the potatoes. So down here I've got 3 30-litre buckets which I've just put compost about 1/3 of the way up in each bucket. Over here I have some potato fertiliser, and the instructions on the back say for a 38cm diameter pot, which is what this is, you use 15 grams. So I weighed 15 grams, and now I'm just going to sprinkle that in there and mix it all around a bit. This is last year's as well, so I'm really hoping it's going to work. There we are, right. And then we'll put in the Aran Pilot, which are first earlies. So put one there. And one there. And now I'm going to fill the pot with compost up to about here, and then I'm going to plant another 2 potatoes. So bear with me while I fill up the pot. I've just moved outside because it was easier to fill the wheelbarrow with compost and then shovel it in to the pot. So I'm just going to mixy again. Mixy. I don't know if I mentioned, because these are first earlies and the same applies for second earlies, they grow like at a flat level, whereas main crop grow up the stem. So for my main crop I won't be able to put 4 potatoes in. I'll just put the 2 on the bottom because they will grow up as they go. I got 3 in this one, so that's 5 in here altogether. So it's 5, 4 and 4. So I'll just cover the rest with this compost that's in here, and then that's been a whole 50-litre bag of peat-free compost that I've gone through for those 3 tubs, and they're not quite full. By the time I've used that, it will only be a smattering over the top. So over here I've got some already used compost in there, so I shall just top up the pot with that used compost. I just need to water them in now, but this is where they will be in my garden, and I've got about 8 more pots, so they'll all go in a line down there, and then if there's more they'll go in a line there. So that's it from me for today. I'll just go and water those potatoes in now, and over the next few days I'll just slowly get on with potting up some of the other potatoes, and hopefully they will grow, even though they started off, you know, with those long white shoots. Hopefully scratching them off and restarting is the way forward. But that's it from me for today. I've had a lovely day planting out in the garden, getting my carrots, leeks, well, some of my leeks, spring onion and radish, and now the potatoes in. Hopefully I'll be able to carry on with a few more jobs tomorrow. So all I can say about my work today is lovely job. Take care, everybody.